All right. Next, we are going to move across the country to South Carolina, and Renne Hardwick, who is the Deputy Director of the E911 Center for Horry County, South Carolina, and she will give us the perspective from the Palmetto State.
Thank you. And thank everyone for this opportunity. I think it's very important that we take this opportunity for what it is, and that is to work together as partners and to move forward. I, too, like Lisa, was a dispatcher, and that's where I started out in public safety. It's where my heart is, and it's what I do every day in operations, overseeing dispatchers. We call them telecommunicators in Horry County. Horry County, which is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, it's better to locate us that way. We're a very diverse county. We have 1,143 square miles. Of that, about 197 square miles are where the bulk of the population are. And it could be one thing this afternoon, and we could go to bed, 4th of July happens, and we have 300,000 additional people in our county who are on the beach. And when they have an emergency, that's where they are, on the beach. We have 40 miles of beautiful beaches in South Carolina. And unfortunately, that's all they're going to be able to tell us is they're on the beach. So this technology is imperative to us. And not only that, we have a responsibility to the citizens of our county and to our employees, because we have already spent millions of dollars in mapping and GIS in order to be able to translate this data so that we can properly find people in a timely manner. I'm fortunate in Horry County in that we answer our calls in 6 seconds or less. It's probably because we're a lot smaller and we don't have the call volume that Lisa has in San Francisco, but nevertheless I had to say that we did that, Lisa. So, yeah, just a little bit. But our dispatchers have an expectation that we've spent that money and that they'll be able to use that technology to do what it needs to do. And when it doesn't work, we go backwards. And technology is way too advanced in our country, in our world today, personal and professionally, for us to go backwards with anything with technology. And that's what happens when they can't get the information they need, then they revert to looking at a map. Remember I said our county was 1,143 square miles, which much of it is farmland. And people get hurt on farms. So it's very important to that. We have a responsibility to the people who answer those phones also. As Lisa spoke about having the mother of the child on the phone who can't breathe, there is nothing more traumatic than listening to someone die on the phone. I'm not trying to be over dramatic either. It is a reality of what we do. People don't call us to tell us they're having a great day. They call us when they're having an emergency, and they can't always tell us where they are. I venture to say that most people who have only wireline can't tell us how to get to their homes. Most people don't read street signs. So technology becomes more and more important in what is really a simple thing, and that's the 911 that you call for it. Everything is complicated after that. So I would ask that we do continue to work together, and so that we could get around these issues, or not around them, we can fix them to move forward with next gen. And I will also say to you that telecommunicators are highly adaptable individuals. If they were sitting in this room right now and we threw whatever in this room, most of them aren't going to move from their consoles. They're going to continue to react. They don't pay attention to fire alarms no matter how much you tell them to leave a building. They're going to continue to work because they're in this to save lives, to help people. That's why we go to work every day. And I can also speak a little bit from the state perspective of South Carolina. In South Carolina, we're a small state. We have 46 counties, but they're mostly small rural counties. And in South Carolina, we wanted everybody to have the same level of service across the state. So the state CMRS committee, which I get to serve on, went to the expense and the time and energy to make sure you got that across our state. We don't want to go backwards from that, folks. We want to continue to move forward. And the citizens have an expectation to that service, and we have a right, or not only a right, but an obligation to do that for the citizens. And at the end of the day, whatever we talk about today, that's what it's about, the people that call us. I would like to see us work together to move forward. I think that the fact that we're going backwards is a sad thing. But I know that we can fix this, and I'm with Lisa. I don't know that it's one provider. I'm not sure it's just wireless providers. I'm not sure it's not Lex, or it's not CPE, or it might be an operational issue. But we've got to find out what that is, and we have to move forward. So we want to, in South Carolina, which we've always enjoyed great partnerships with everybody, we want to work together and move forward. So thank you. And I talk